Hey, you lovely people, welcome to the channel. Sit down because there is more tea and we have to talk about this, right? I almost want to put my protective gloves on because this tea is too hot to handle. So, a new biography on Elon Musk just came out, and the salient part, at least, some parts that a lot of people are interested in, is the relationship with a certain actress called AH in short, that was quite problematic, it turns out. Well, are we surprised? But anyway, yesterday we already did a video in some of the snippets that came from it. I suppose this part here, it's probably all of it. If there will be more, I'll share it with you. I haven't managed to read the biography, so I'm relying also on the help of people on X, which they send me files and things to review. So this excerpt here is from the biography of Elon Musk and goes into a little bit more details into their relationship. Musk was not bred for domestic tranquility. Most of his romance relationship involved psychological turmoil. The most agonizing of them all was with the actress Amber Heard, who drew him into a dark vortex that lasted more than a year and produced a deep-seated pain that lingers to this day. Wow, it was brutal, he says. The relationship began after she made an action movie in 2012 called Machete Kills, which features an inventor who wants to create a society on an orbiting space station. Musk agreed to be a consultant because he wanted to meet her, but that didn't happen until a year later, when she asked if she could come visit SpaceX. I guess I couldn't be called a geek for someone who can also be called a hot chick. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Musk took her for a ride in a Tesla, and she decided that he looked attractive for a rocket engineer. She next saw him when they were in line to walk the red carpet at New York Metropolitan Museum Gala in 2016. Her, then 30, was on the brink of an explosive divorce from Johnny Depp. She and Musk talked at the dinner and the then after party. Reeling from her relationship with Depp, she felt that Musk was a breath of fresh air. A few weeks later, she was working in Miami. Musk came to visit. They stayed at a poolside villa he had rented at Miami Beach Delan Hotel, and then he flew her and her sister up to Cape Canaveral, where Falcon 9 lunch was scheduled. She thought it was the most interesting date she had been on. Well, as you can see, the grief moved from Johnny Depp to Elon Musk. For his birthday in June, she decided to surprise him by traveling from Italy, where she was working, to the Fremont Tesla factory. As she got near, she pulled to the side of the road and picked some wildflowers. Working with this security team, she did it in the back of a Tesla and popped out with the flowers when he approached. Their relationship deepened in April 2017, when he flew to be with her in Australia, where she was filming Aquaman, in which she played the princess warrior lover of a superhero trying to save the world. They walked holding hands through a wildlife sanctuary and did the treetop rope course, after which Heard planted a kiss mark on his cheek. He told her that she reminded him of Mercy, his favorite character in the video game Overwatch. I like that Elon Musk is a gamer. So she spent 2 months designing and commissioning a head-to-toe costume so could role play for him. Again, this is really interesting. The strong. This happened also in the early relationship with Johnny Depp. I want to make this a little like a tangent here because I saw the journalist interview on Lex Friedman, the podcast, where he goes into some details on Elon Musk's relationship with his father, which I tell you now because it will be useful, of course, later when we finish this article, which it was that Elon Musk's father is a little bit of a strange character. He was mean to them. It was psychologically abusive to them. Matter of fact, the brother, Kimball Musk, recalls an event that was described, at least by the journalist here, as probably one of the most traumatic events of Elon Musk's life, which was when they were little. He was bullied at school, and one time he was bullied so bad that he came home, the brother almost couldn't recognize him. I mean, he was attacked right? His face smashed on some steps, and he was hurt, and it took a while to heal. And when he went home, actually, he had to stand in front of the father that berated him for like more than half an hour or so. Now I don't remember, but that's not exactly the type of behavior you expect from a father, actually taking the side of the bullies, right? And of course, that type of toxic behavior has a truly, truly profound detrimental effect on somebody's life. So I'm saying this because later on we will learn that seems that Elon Musk, has this trauma of still trying to stand in front of the father, probably to gain some of his approval, even though they don't speak anymore. None him, not the brother Kimball Musk speak to his father, because he seems to be like this type of toxic personality. And again, connection to Johnny Depp's mother, which was abusive to Johnny Depp, right? And the father of Johnny Depp. Here you have the abusive father of Elon Musk being abusive to them. Luckily, Elon Musk's mom, Maya, divorced him very early on, and they moved, I think, to Canada. So, but there you have it. He goes for this type of people. He's attracted by people which they can hurt him somehow, because he probably refers to love in this way. That's the experience that he has from the father. So, and also interesting to see here, the behavior of a narcissist, which in the first period, right, they're so incredibly giving that you are completely their entire world. They make you believe that you're so incredibly special for the first whatever many months, and then all of a sudden the rug from under your feet, bang, it's pulled, and the other side of the medal, the other side comes out like through a massive explosion. Her playfulness, however, was accompanied by the type of turmoil that attracted Musk. His brother and friends hated her with the passion that made her distaste for Justin pale. I don't know, Justin probably was another girlfriend. She was just too toxic, Kimball says, a nightmare. Musk's chief of staff, Teller, compares her to a comic book villain. She was like the Joker in Batman, he says. She didn't have a goal or aim other than chaos. She thrives in destabilizing everything. She and Musk would stay up all night fighting, and then he would not be able to get up until the afternoon. I mean, unbelievable. Literally was draining him already. The same dynamic, and you wonder why that is, right? They broke up in 2017, but they got back together for another 5 tumultuous months. The end finally came after a wild trip to Rio de Janeiro that December with Kimball and his wife, some of the kids. When they got to the hotel, Elon and Amber had another of their flame-throwing fights. She locked herself in the room and started yelling that she was afraid she would be attacked by Elon and taken her passport. The security guards and Kimball's wife all tried to convince her that she was safe, her passport was in her bag, and she could and should leave. Most likely they were like, you should leave whenever she wanted. She really is a very good actress. I doubt that Kimball, maybe in private faking it, those type of emotion, because they are manipulative. So she will say things that you're like, wow, maybe she's telling you the truth, but she isn't, Kimball says. The way she can create her own reality reminds me of my dad. Let that sink in. So here there's a couple of jokes and pun. And so the explanation I give you before, that's why Elon Musk seemed to be attracted with this type of people, right? Amber conceded that they had an argument that she got rather dramatic. Also, this histrionic personality, all that we are reading, again, just puts another nail in the coffin of what we have learned from Dr. Curry and all of the things that, some people are still in doubt. Some people are still in doubt here. But matter of fact, there is literally nobody that is coming forward that has had any close contact with this person that is saying something positive. Elon Musk didn't say anything last year, didn't say much last year when the trial was happening. He just said, like, at their best, they're both wonderful people, referring both to Johnny Depp and but probably because he was waiting for the biography to come out to share his side of the story, which, oh boy, it's freaking amazing in the way that it's so incredibly revealing. She came to the conclusion that Musk was cultivated Musk cultivated drama because he needed a lot of stimuli to keep him invigorated. Even after they broke up for good, the embers endured. I love him very much, she says. She also understands him well. Elon loves fire, she says, and sometimes it burns him. The fact that Elon was attracted to Amber was part of a pattern. It's really sad that he falls in love with these people who are really mean to him, Kimball says. They're beautiful, no question, but they have a very dark side, and Elon knows that they're toxic. So why does he do it? When I ask Elon, he let us his large laugh, because I'm just a fool for love, he says. I'm often a fool, but especially for love. So this is probably the most interesting part here of this whole interview, and I find it quite revealing. I also find this interesting tweet here that it's more or less a year old. Harley Quinn seems to me to be somewhere between Amber and Grimes, Garen Kilpatrick says, and Elon Musk says, you know, you hit the bullseye 100%. So another very interesting reference. So now makes sense. There is this famous picture of Elon Musk walking with her around where he has a red face. I'm trying to scroll to see if I can find any of that, but that's a very famous picture. So this is what we're learning, like the similarities are there because this person brings the same dynamics to another victim. And even though they have different stories, Elon Musk and Johnny Depp, they fall in the category of good victims for the narcissist, right? Again, please let me know your thoughts on this. Consider subscribing. Also, check my other stuff if you want to, and come on X as well. Ciao.